Is this 32?
33? 32? Is it 32?
32.
32 weeks.
I think it's 32. I can double check.
Let's just say 30.
We can double check.
All right.
We got.
I got my phone too. Yeah. A producer thoughts.
And I did it real clean yesterday. I put the Spotify one out there too. I'm more on point with my shit lately. Producer thoughts.
What do you mean?
Like normally I lag on the putting out the Spotify and converting it from MP4 to MP3. Yeah, I think 31. This is 32.
32, yep. I just seen that right now. I didn't want to cut you off, but this is 32.
32 weeks straight.
Damn. Episode 32. Wait, you hit the shit already? Yeah. Episode 32 of Producer Thoughts Podcast. I'm NappooBeats.
Boris the bass.
We live. No, we're not live, but
we're live.
We're A-live. Yeah, we're A-live.
We're A-live.
That's a blessing. That's God's blessing.
You know, I'm a gift of God. Damn it.
I said, now God. Damn, man. What's up, man? How you doing this past? How you doing, brother?
All right, so for this past week, man, we fucking we feeling all right, man. We feeling all right. It's we've made some improvements as far as efficiency goes and clarity goes. Like we got some real clear shit on what we're about to do, what the thing to do. Cause we gotta blow this Instagram shit up. But for real, we gotta get this website shit right. You know, because no matter whether it's on Instagram, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, they all got to lead us back to the website. And the website, like DJ Hed made a post today, talking about on the HomeGrown Radio one, and it said, "Take advantage of your advantages." And so when I think about that, I'm like, okay, right? It's an advantage. I'm tech savvy. It's an advantage. I can speak Spanish. It's an advantage. I know how to do Magnolia Home Theater. It's an advantage. I know how to do heavy equipment mechanic shit. It's an advantage. I know how to fucking pick up information fast and like learn it, regurgitate it, teach it, all that. And so I'm trying to combine all those things I got advantages in and be like, all right, boom, this is your one like spirit bomb that you got to do. And as long as you focus on putting a little more energy towards the spirit bomb every day, it's going to fucking blow the fuck up one year.
Yeah, I agree. That's good. Take advantage of your advantages. I'm trying to think about it now too. As soon as I find, no, I'm just kidding. I was like, as soon as I find one,
you already know.
No, yeah. Well, I am. Advantages. What are NappooBeats' advantage?
You already know.
I do. Yeah, I know. I'm tech savvy in certain things. Like I know how to shoot. I know how to edit. I know how to. I know the lingo.
Vocabulary is important.
Vocabulary. Yeah, it really is. I know I have an ear and I have an eye for certain things, so I know what I like and I know what I don't like. And that's an advantage because most people don't know what they like and don't know what they don't like. They don't take the time to sit there and think about stuff like that, you know. Most of the time it's just being on the phone or like just go if they working and stuff. They don't get the time to think about or to truly know themselves. That's deep. What is it I was talking about? I was like, at work. I was like, what are you afraid to go to a movie by yourself? Like, I was like, no, I'm not trying to go to a movie by myself. I'm like, why not? Just go watch a movie by yourself. What's wrong with that? He's like, I'm trying to go with somebody else. I was like, whatever, dude.
Yeah. The insecurity is a low key insecurity about that one. That was a low key insecurity, like low key codependency. Because remember I told you about my girl, and she made this shoebox with all the movies that we went to on there. Like after I broke up with her, dude, I couldn't really go to the movies by myself for a while because I was like, oh, they used to do that with her, kind of shit. And then I was like, man, you know what? Fuck that. I was like, I liked the movies before I got with her. I still like the movies. I'm gonna go to the fucking movies, man. So then, like, when I went by myself, like, cause I hit up the homies, hey, y'all want to go? And then motherfuckers like, yeah. When it come down to it, niggas don't want to go and shit. So this like, and then
I hate that.
Right. And I used to didn't go, but now I was just like, man, fuck that. I said I wanted to go, I'm gonna fucking go. So man, I used to go get my fucking large popcorn, large drink, fucking sit there right in the middle.
Yeah, you didn't have to worry about other people sitting next to you or nothing like that, right? You're just like, let me just loosen my shoulders up. Get nice into the air, the nice reclining seats now. You know what I mean? They done marked up the place.
Yeah, for real.
Now, who told me that? I did that too one day. I actually called off work one time because I needed a day off. I was like, man, fuck this. I'm not going to work today. I think the wife was at work and my son was getting babysitted at the time by my mom. This was back in Upland, and I called off. I didn't tell nobody. Not until like later. I told Shanae until like not till later, but I called off and I went straight to the movies. I went to Ontario Mills, bro, and I went to the Edwards across the street from Ontario Mills. So I went there. I forgot what I was watching. Like Birds of Prey or not Birds of Prey. What's the other one? What's the other DC one before that? Freaking the mashup of villains. Will Smith was in there playing
Suicide Squad.
Suicide Squad. Yeah. That's what I was watching. It was all right. But I was there by myself. I was like, this is cool. I'm like, ha, like laughing all loud by myself. Right? Trying to nudge somebody that's close to me, but nobody's close to me and shit. Yeah, I'm like, well, right. Crazy. He's crazy.
Did you get any refreshments? Did you go to the concession stand?
You know what? I don't remember. I probably got a drink. I usually get a bottle of Sprite or something like that, right? Sprite's my drink. So it was like Sprite, and I might have gotten some Sour Patch Kids or Whoppers. I don't think I got popcorn. Too expensive. It's too expensive for that.
That's the funny part, because I'd be like, fucking, I'm at the movies anyway. This shit is expensive off rip. I'm just for the indulge.
I'm my own date. You're like
Facts. Because if it was a girl, man, I'm buying her popcorn and all that shit, and I'm gonna act like it don't matter either.
Yeah, here you go. You give them the card. That'd be $38.50. You're like, oh shit.
And that's for the food part. Not the ticket.
Why is it more than the ticket? That's freaking dope. Trying to copy Disneyland? Come on, guys.
That'd be $38.50. That's hilarious. That's real shit, dude. That's real shit. Fuck, that's $38.50, dude. Damn. See, and the thing is, man, like, you know what I like about this conversation right now? Because this is talking about true self-love. Like, when that's what I'm saying, that the insecurity is like, if you don't like yourself enough, you don't know how to be alone with yourself. You don't want to be alone with yourself because you don't even like yourself enough. You don't like yourself enough to give yourself the time to understand and explore what you actually like, what actually makes your triggers of dopamine go off to make you happy and shit. And so when you think about these advantages, it's like, man, that's an advantage to be able to go to the movies by yourself. You can see it just by telling people at work. Why? Because you know what you like. You're clear on it. How else can you know what you like if you're not? That was my thing with that relationship. It was like I created like a symbiote, and I was like dependent on that symbiotic relationship. And I forgot who the original Peter Parker was before I even turned into damn Venom. You know what I mean?
Ooh. Damn, he turned into Venom, huh? Yeah. He turned into the villain.
And then the symbiote got away.
Yeah, symbiote got away. You can put on that regular suit on.
I had to put the regular suit back on, man. But yeah, dude, like self-love. Like when you know what you like you like producing music, you like b-boying, and you watch people b-boying, like you get a joy out of it because you wouldn't watch it if you didn't, right?
Right. Yeah, I like watching people dance. I like watching people enjoy themselves. I think everybody likes that though. Well, except for some, I don't know. I shouldn't say that.
Yeah,
some people don't like that.
Out there.
There's some mad haters.
They like it, but their defense mechanism, they show it in a weird ass way.
Yeah.
Because the haters are fans too.
Yeah, my brother's a hater. That's why I can bag on people so easily. It's because, the older brothers just like, hey, man. they don't even need to say something sometimes. They just look at you like that and freaking smile and look away. I hate that shit. they're like but it makes me laugh too. It's the type of hating that makes you laugh, though. It's not the serious hating, though. I shouldn't say that. I shouldn't say he's one of them serious haters.
Yeah.
He's like, look at this. I was like, what is he doing? Like that kind of thing.
It's motivating hating.
Yeah. Like, why are you doing that?
Motivating.
Yeah, he's just trying to figure it out. He wants to know. He's trying to get into their head, see what they're thinking about.
Your brother's a motivating hater, man. He just wants you to try better, but it's not enough.
I talked to him. He's like, when am I gonna get on the show, man? I was like, I don't know if I want you on the show. I told him this was recent. This was like yesterday. He's like, why? I was like, man, because I was like, you're gonna be talking like you're serious. I'm just make fun of your ass the whole time. He started laughing. We was laughing, man. That was funny. Yeah. He'll be a good person to bring on, though.
Look, that's funny. I like the progression through the seasons. Like, we 32 episodes in, if they look back, you can see that. I never have him on the show. Hell no. Yeah. Every time you bring him up, never. No, it's
like, he knows his shit. I'm not gonna lie. He knows his shit. I'll be putting him down. I'm his brother, man. What am I supposed to do?
You're a motivating hater, too. That's where you learned it from.
Yep. From him. Yeah. He's the man of the house when my dad wasn't home. It wasn't me.
You're just feeding them back the same energy. That's the thing.
Yeah. Brothers are, brother. How brothers are.
Yeah. Boomerang.
Hell yeah, man. Oh, but yeah, self-love is definitely you gotta understand yourself, like to understand your music. And there's that debate that's been going on about like loops and shit, You seen that? I was gonna make a video and post it because I was like, I need to put out some more content about what we're saying. And you had sent me this video. Oh, you sent me that video on. I think it was like on TikTok, or it was either TikTok or on Instagram about the girl talking about this is what you need to do. Blah blah blah. I think it was TikTok. It was like a long time ago, probably if it was on TikTok.
Probably Aubrey Whitfield, female producer.
I don't know. It looked like a regular girl. I don't know if she was a producer. That don't make sense because anybody can be a producer.
Yeah, but I know what you mean though. Like you saying not a music producer, but producer.
Yeah,
but what she said, she was what you need to do on TikTok.
I think it was on TikTok.
Probably like a content distribution strategy. Oh, what to talk about? What to talk about?
Yeah, what to talk about? Yeah, exactly. What to talk about? So she said things like. Talk about what and people don't care about, like, she was like, oh, on Instagram before it was just pictures and what you used to like. He said, but now times have changed and they want to know who you are. So you just talk about, they want to know what you think about things, like how you think about it. And so I saw the loops thing and I was like, oh, I need to make one of these videos that this girl was talking about because I like loops. I don't give a like, and then me and you always talk about it, right? Like it's a cheat. It's cheating. I was like, but it's not cheating if everybody can do it. Like it's no longer cheating if everyone can do it because people put loop packs out, their own sounds. Now it's just fair game. So I mean, I was gonna make a video on that.
Dude, you should, and this is part of your video right here.
Shoot, let me get this at the end, right?
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, for real. But like, look, because. Like the way you feel about loops is kind of the way I feel about drums. I found that 12/8 drum signature, and it's like I didn't make that. You know what I mean? But I just put everything else around it. And yeah, I can go back and put my own drums and all that. But for me to get that vibe that I got today, I don't know 12/8 signature, so it put me in a whole nother time signature that I would have never experienced because I would always just 4/4 if I only made my own drum loop.
Right.
But by putting me in that 12/8. What came out was, it's still funny because like when I think of my track, Beautiful Dream is the top track right now. And it gives you like a anime video game music 808 banged out in the beginning. And then we jazz you out versus this track is kind of like the jazz part, introspective, whatever. But and I couldn't do it at 66 BPM. I bumped it up to 74. But fucking yeah, the same thing with loops. Like those are both loops. Is drum loops or fucking melodic loops. And it's like after I do that, because this is what I was thinking about. Like that Can't You See track I made. There's this fucking Photoshop commercial on Instagram, and I always hear it, and I'm like, "Fuck, we both use Splice because you both hear this. Can't you see it?" I'm like, "Damn it!" And I'm like, I know my track that I released, and I know this nigga got the placement on Photoshop, and I'm like, this is the thing that people don't like with Splice. But at the same time, think about it. We were sampling. If everybody sampled James Brown, you think other people wasn't running into like, oh, I sampled it. Oh, this is the part they sampled. Oh, they sampled the same shit. Like Splice is just like going to the record store. If you really think about it, we all got access to the same records, and the way you flip it is the way you flip it. Splice is the record store, so it's like,
yeah.
The more you rip it and flip it, the more it's you. But at the end of the day, you can't get mad that loops exist because a fucking sample was a loop. And now we call it loop instead of calling it sample.
The scene is a sample. It technically is a sample. I'm gonna steal that shit, bro. I'm like, yeah. You're gonna see a video of me. I'm like, if you think about it, man, I'm gonna use that record. I'm gonna use that record store.
Use it.
It's just like a record store. I came up with that. Yeah. The hell, no. I mean, I'll use it, and I'll give you credit up to, I'll give you credit on that shit.
We out here.
No, but it's true, man. I'm a heavily sampled person. That's how I learned how to do, like the drill beat drums, right? You hear the sample or somebody doing it, right? And you put it on there, and then you copy it, like until I was telling my son this the other day in his jiu-jitsu class. I don't do jiu-jitsu, but I know how to learn, right? So I told him, I was like, pick out a few people in the class that you know that are good, that you think that are good, or that you know or think that are good. I'm all copy them. Copy those 5 people. And then and once you look at them and see the things that they're doing, just use what you think they do the best, and then you use it for yourself. And then pretty soon after that, you're gonna do better, and you're gonna have your own style because you took from multiple people rather than just the one person. So you won't be the same exact person as that, but you'll do the better things that they do, like the best things that they do, or from what you've seen from them. So I figured that's like the shit. I lost my train of thought. So yeah, that's like with that's with the drill drums. So that's what I do with the drill drums. I go there and until you learn something, or until you're able to copy it, until you're able to understand it from copying it, then you will never know. Like you won't know how to do those things. I should say you won't know how to do those type of drums or how to do that certain thing that you're trying to learn. You have to copy it. You have to be a follower before you become a leader, for sure.
Preach. Man, one time I was looking at one of Ogaj Leota's videos, and I think it was the one where he said, "Yeah, for real, man, I respect that nigga as motherfucking." I didn't even know who he was. Like, I was more on the Curtis King because we went to the shops and all that shit, the listen parties and shit. But then when he did that beat battle, and then he battled the other dude, and I was like, okay. And then he battled, oh gosh, I was like, oh shit. And then he went to go battle fucking Busyworks Beats, and I was like, man, what the fuck is this, man? This is bullshit. I left a long ass comment on that post too, nigga, because it was like, I was so irritated with how much it felt like niggas just wasted time. They did the promo and all that, and then it was a letdown for the actual show. So much so, like, Curtis went on, and you know how you do his podcast. He fucking went on and had to air it all out and like what the real was, and it's just like, man, it's whack.
What happened?
Man,
I don't know what happened. Yeah, I don't know what happened between that.
So
those are 2 big name people. Well, Busyworks Beats is Go Gosh is.
No, it was between Curtis King and fucking Busyworks Beats.
Oh, Curtis King and Busyworks. Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Curtis King had battled somebody else, and then he battled Oh Gosh, and then he was gonna battle fucking Busyworks Beats.
I did see the one prior to that. He just completely destroyed him because the other one didn't even. He just makes beats. He's not a freaking beat battle artist. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Curtis King knows how to make fucking beat battles, bro.
Beats. Yeah.
He knows how to beat battle.
Now
like
the shit. That's where when I watched him versus Oh Gosh, I was like, nigga, this shit is crazy.
That shit's hard.
Nigga.
Yeah, that went
crazy. He was like, let me get the remote. And then I was like, nigga, what?
Oh, the Wii one. Yeah, sorry, the Wii remote.
It turned me into a fan on that battle because I didn't even know who he was, and I was like, "Dang, this shit is dope." So then, like, eventually, I'm watching the shits, right, and it's like he got one, and he's like, "This is a rolling '60s beat." Then it's going, it's like, full on West Coast, right? And fucking somebody said something in the thing, and like to Battle Cat, and then Battle Cat's like. He's like, nah, he has his own style because he studied, like, you know what I mean? So that's the whole thing. Like, yeah, you study, you copy, you know it so much because you understand it from copying. Then you can go through and create your own style because now you've absorbed it. It's like a Siler.
Yeah, hell yeah. Except you ain't got to kill nobody.
Exactly.
Actually, you can kill him on these beat battles. You know what I'm saying? I'll kill him with his own style.
For real.
Some kung fu shit.
That's what's dope, man. Like they've been doing them complex beat battles. And fucking Oh Gosh went against Kalen Ellis. That shit was dope again too, man. And they gotta do a point where they gotta cook up. Like they gotta choose a sample and cook it up in one way. And like it's dope. Like it's an interactive ass thing, man. But it's dope to see all these new opportunities of ways to show producers producing.
Yeah.
Right?
Hell yeah. No, it's true, man. I've seen he was what's called he was he was posting all those the flyers and stuff and doing his social stuff on it. But I haven't got a chance to watch any of those battles yet that he's been doing. But yeah, the only reason why I knew about him is because he did Curtis's album. His earlier albums and stuff. And it was him. I was like, who's this dude? I was like, oh my God, like it's crazy. I was like, how do you even think about shit like that?
That's
like,
what I'm
you ever
saying.
listen? Yeah, like because you're talking about those 12/8 drums. I was like, I don't even know what that means. Is that 12 beats per 8? Like, what is that? Like, I know I forget about the signature. I'm a producer. Just somebody slapped me slapped me with some knowledge. Because I forget the signatures and what they mean. Like I forget, I don't pay attention to it that often.
Like when I did that, so you know when you do, it's normally just 4 on the floor, right? 4, 4.
Yeah, 4,
so
2,
1,
3, 4.
2, 3, 4, right? 4
2,
beats
2,
per
3,
measure,
4.
right? Yeah, so all that until 4. Now, when you do the lead in, right? The lead in normally counts you 1 full bar, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, when I did the count in today, that shit was like tap 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 bow. So however many of those tap 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 taps, maybe it's fucking 3 4s.
There's no, I'm thinking of a name for it.
Tap 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 bow. I think that's 3 4s. 12/8 is 3 4s.
1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4 1.
Like 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 5. Like I think it was 12.
3 4s. My mind, my eyes was like this the whole time trying to think about it. I was like, that's good. 3 4s. Yeah, there's 4 counts of 3s. So there's 4 of the 3 counts, which is 12 because I can do math. But it's counted per 8 bars.
Yeah, some shit like that. Yeah.
So it goes 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12.
Bow.
1 2 3 4 or 2 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. Yeah. That's some ballerina shit, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you see, I turned into some old other weird ass shit, and it's like I couldn't even put no weird arpeggiated down tempo shit in it either. That was the weird part. I tried it and it didn't work.
It's because of the count. The count only it keeps you confined in a space. But it's crazy that you did that and then now you're lost in the sauce, right? So you're just trying to figure this shit out. You're just like, let me grab this. Oh, this works. This is not working. Oh, crazy. I'm used to this. And now you have to play it a little bit slower, a little bit faster.
Yeah. And I had
stop it on different times.
I had to use a dotted delay. I normally don't use dotted.
Dotted is so uncomfortable, man. it's so uncomfortable. When I try to do it with the drums or something like that, like just a little on the hats, or little when you do your fills, you have to do them on the dots sometimes. It just, because if you don't do it, it doesn't sound right. If you do it, it just sounds a little better. It's weird. Yeah, dotted is weird to me, man.
Dotted is weird, but it felt so right in 12/8. I was like, what is this?
It's because of the 3.
See what I'm saying?
The 3 is the off number.
And I thought it was going to be triplets because of the 3, and triplets was just off. Dotted was right.
Dang, that's crazy. Did you use the machine?
Mm-mm.
I don't remember. But matter of fact, I did want to tell you, I did like the freaking Samus flipping shit. Oh. I haven't watched a lot of your lives in a while, but the Samus flipping, I was like, oh, dope. That's like, side note, man, that's one of my favorite characters, dude. Like Super Nintendo's freaking Samus, dude. Samus Aran, bro. Metroid.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite franchises. The Super Nintendo ones. I didn't play any of the GameCube ones.
I didn't play the Nintendo one or that shit. I played Super Nintendo, and I've got out of that base where it's blowing up. I've done that shit probably like 5 to 10 times for real.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's the best part. It's scary. That's why.
Yeah.
So I need to go back to my. I remember I died one time because I didn't press down at the end. Like, you know how you have to press down when you're on top of the ship so you can go inside of it. I didn't do that one time, and I fucking died.
Come on, man.
I think it was the one on the handheld one, Metroid Prime. Or is it Prime? Metroid Zero, the one on Game Boy Advance.
Man, I never played a handheld. I never played a handheld Metroid. I got my Super Nintendo right here too.
It's the same thing. It's the same. It's the same graphics. It's not the same exact thing. It's different, like suits and stuff. But the only reason why I remember is because I worked damn hard for that Game Boy Advance, man. I worked hard for that shit. First game I bought was what? Street Fighter, bro. Street Fighter 2. Street Fighter 2 terrible.
Damn.
And then Metroid. And then I got Super Dodgeball. What else I had on that shit? Had a lot of good shit on there.
Damn. What did you, because like obviously it sounded like when you was younger, what did you do to work up the money to get it? Like yard work and shit or what?
Yeah, I helped my dad build a planter. That's where I learned how to mix concrete in the wheelbarrow. See, I never did it by myself because I was with my dad, but I did mix concrete with him. Like, because we had to fill the cinder blocks and shit up, like because we use a cinder block wall. So he measured this shit out and like dug the trenches as much as they needed to be. And then he would lay them in there. He put the rebar in the shit and put the thing in there, building bricks. And then I would help him scoop the cement and put it on the inside. So like that. Like that. And I would do that shit. But yeah, I worked hard, man. I saved up because he paid me for working with him. He was like, I'll pay. He's like, all right, I'll give you like, how much do I make? He's like, I'll give you $20 an hour. I was like, damn. I was like, all right. I worked hard, man. I was like, nah. My mom was like, what are you going to get with that money? You made all this money? I was like, I'm getting me a Game Boy Advance because that's a freaking Super Nintendo in your hands. Like, you crazy? Super Nintendo was the console I grew up with. I mean, don't get me wrong, I had a Nintendo, but that's my brother. Like my brother, he played that. When I truly came into my own system, it was a Super Nintendo. And I said, this is a Super Nintendo in your hands. Are you kidding me? Like, are you in your hands? What if I told you could draw a turkey with just your hands? Oh, sorry, my bad. You ever watch Cleveland show? Rollo used to say that shit. Go up to girls like, yeah. I just remember working hard as fuck for that shit.
Hey, that's how it was with the PSP. I was like, dude, that's like a PlayStation in your hand. That's how I used to say it, man. That's funny. Same shit, brother. But see, and that's the reason why they like to do the little shit they do, because it's like, all right, the shit you work for, you really appreciate like a motherfucker, right?
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. I worked fucking hard on that shit.
Dude, so I was gonna tell you because that was funny part. I'm like, let's go ahead and I'm gonna set up the shit. I gotta set up the shit.
Yeah, you know what? I was gonna do the recording on the thing on at my rig, but hey, real quick, I don't apologize, bro, for being because I be trying to put my daughter to sleep to record.
Yeah,
and the girl won't go to sleep, bro. Hey, man, she don't go to sleep, man. I'm over here like I'll act like I'm going to sleep because usually that works, right? Every other night, fine, right? Just like that. I hear scratching and shit. I'm like freaking. I'm like, I'm gonna go to sleep. I try to hold her like this and go to. I do all the daddy shit that don't work. It doesn't work, man.
Not the warm
I'm like,
milk.
dang it, I hate. Yeah, nah, I try to give her some juice, bro. Like try to give her some juice, even.
Give
Maybe
her the
that's the
itis.
problem. No, but I give. Yeah, I try to do. Yeah, I try to give her the full. Yeah, get her full, man. She doesn't. She don't go to sleep. I'm just like, yo, go to sleep. But yeah, man. Sorry, go ahead. I just, apologize, bro. Hey.
Nah, hey, that's all good, man. That's all good. I ain't like, man, yeah. What's it called? Because I have to be checking my for the messages shit. So I went back and checked. I was like, oh, this nigga probably went to sleep. So I was like, cool, nigga. I went back on the street fighter, called him tonight, nigga. I was good.
Okay,
I was good.
I did, yeah, man. I did go to sleep. I was like, oh shoot. And I did one of those things where I checked it at 3 a.m. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, nah, it's all good. I'm like, yeah.
I appreciate that.
But what I was gonna tell you was because I put the other episode out. I was like, dang, I've had because I've been going in order. Like Away was the play first, and then I think I did Blizzard Attack, and then I fucking did We're Still At It. And I was like, nigga, when I went to add We're Still At It, I'm like, damn. I'm like, I wanted to sing you this so you can see what my head doing to it. And then I looked today on Instagram on a random, and it's like, heavy lays the crown of yeah.
Yeah.
Let that craves the crown of the king of the shit. Like, damn, nigga. This nigga. When this nigga said, thoughts of a father. I'm like, this nigga been on some legacy shit for real.
Yeah, uneasy lies the head that craves the crown.
Yeah.
Uneasy lies the head that craves the crown.
Uneasy that lies the head that craves the crown. Yeah, man. I was like, man, he put the does, the T's, and does lowercase, and he did the rest of the shit capital. I'm like, his brother be proud of that fucking title.
He made the graphic and put everything in lowercase. And on top of that, there was a typo. I was like, no, what the hell's wrong with you slipping up, man? Talking about, oh, I'm this, I'm that. No, you're not. Look at that. I'm this. Well, shut up. He's like, oh, my bad. Let me send you it real quick. Oh, he said, you know what he said? He said, oh, shoot. That's what he texted me, bro.
Canva.
He said, oh, shoot. Who found it? Who saw it? Yeah, Canva. Yeah.
Oh, Canva,
huh? Oh, dude, hey, it was hilarious, man. What's it called? He texted me. When I posted the little the story, right? When I first posted, on all streaming platforms, because I was waiting till it hit Spotify before I did that, because I was making it on Canva, and I was like, all right, cool. He's like, okay, commercial. He texted me. He's like, okay, commercial. He's like, come through commercial. I was like, what? He's like, it's the transitions for me, bro. It's the transitions. I was like, what are you talking about? You always be talking shit like that, honestly. So I was like, what are you talking about? So I FaceTime him. He's like, you over here making commercials and shit for the thing. I was like, hey, man. I was like, you got to look professional, man. You got to make it look legit.
Thanks.
I got that advantage. I might as well use it, right?
Come on.
Call back.
Take advantage of your advantages, man. So, yeah, we got this equipment. Like, when I thought about it, just to encompass everything, we got music and video equipment, production equipment. And so that within itself is an advantage. When we first started out, we did not have this equipment.
We did not know the know-how, right? And we were over here trying to communicate with each other, and I was like, oh, let me just do this. Let me just use the webcam mic. Shit was all loud and ugly. And I apologize.
The first episode is funny, man. It's funny because I was gonna really go through and fucking manually the volume keyframe.
Damn.
instead of compressor. Learn how to use compressor, folks. Learn how to use a compressor properly. Man. Yeah, fucking noise gate compressor. What you talking about?
Thank you for the comment earlier about the.
We're still at it.
We're still at it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you like to? Yeah. So
I put that on the beginning of this last episode that just came out, and so that's why it was ironic because I put that on there, and then I'm looking, I'm like, oh shit, hold up, what? 7 tracks, nigga, what? Hold up, nigga, this, hey, the tracks that you sent me. Nigga, that's what I'm talking. Thank you. Because if you can send them to me, you can put them on Spotify.
Yeah. So, all right, man. So there's a thing why I did this.
All right, so wave files. Shoot.
Yeah. Hey, man. Of course, dude. Of course, you got access to that. You got automatic leases, bro. You can rap on them if you want to. But man, no. Like the reason why I did this, so I officially canceled my my BeatStars page.
Oh shit.
I canceled my
What you got to pay for it per month? I don't know how this works.
Yeah, it was like $9.99 for unlimited tracks posted. You only get 10.
Pay to play. You only get 10. You had 15, so you got to pay for extras.
I had more than 15 at that time. Now I had like 20 almost. I had like 20. So the 7 beats that I put on, that I made into this project album, was from BeatStars. And nobody would ever known, right? Because nobody goes to my BeatStars page. So I canceled this shit. I was like, no, I'm not getting. I tried it. You know what I mean? I tried to house all those ones that I needed and see if I get traffic. I tried the promotion, but I found out that you need way more money per day and more, more views, right? $150 a day is what what's name was saying.
That was some more other shit though. That's like, that wasn't BeatStars. That's like NappooBeats.com. Come buy this kit. Fucking, I got this Foley kit and this drum kit on deck.
That's what we're working for.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what we're gonna work on now. Cause
then that $150 a day, be like, oh shit, niggas been getting 30,000 a day off the kit, crazy, you know. And then do the affiliate program, like, oh, it's $20 kit and people get $7 per shit. That's how Stolen Drums did his shit.
Yeah, Stolen Drums. That's one. Yeah. But so I officially I canceled it. So I don't know what's happening with the other beats on that. I gotta go on there and just put 10 beats up on there. Maybe I'll just do 10 periodically.
Amazing. So the leads that you got never turned into fruition of selling a beat?
No.
Did you read the Curtis King book?
I didn't.
The Prosperous Hip Hop Producer?
I have not read it. He talks about that?
Towards the end of the book, he was talking about selling beats and shit. Like, he goes through like the kick, the snare, like these are all the chapters at first. It's in this box right here. But I need to finish that book. But like, when I was looking at I was doing research somewhere else, and it said like, oh, if you want to find out how to sell beats online, get this book. And they pointed at Curtis King book, and I was like, oh shit, I got it, but I ain't finished it, you know?
Yeah.
But it's like, man, I know that opportunity could have fucking exist for you on the shit, but you still have an advantage over a nigga you got an advantage over fucking the Nappoo that before he created 40 Days of Beats Nappoo.
Yes, I agree. I got more advantage than the guy that started the BeatStars page now. Like, so I know how I want it. So,
the reason. Give me 1 second before.
Go ahead.
Is the one advantage I'm going to make clear is, you know how they always say like, okay, don't worry about blowing up by trying to send tracks to top ass niggas, right? Worry about blowing up with niggas on your level. And that's one of the main advantages I was talking about. Like, you know, you got niggas that's gonna rap on your shit that is dope, that you building with, that's gonna help with your sound. You know, with the E-Mac Dilla on there as well. Come on now, you know what I'm saying? And
shout out to them.
It's like that's an advantage for real, because everybody's been growing, you know, everybody's growing, and that's what's dope to look at. Like, it's dope to look at, like, man, I'm putting in my work and I'm growing. Then you look at it like, damn, nigga, hold on, look at this commercial. And then nigga, the commercial that he talking about wasn't even the commercial I'm talking about. Because when I looked at the commercial, I'm like, oh shit, well, we do this shit every weekend. He put the fucking way to make it politically correct and still say what we say at the same.
Politically correct. Oh, because I put the asterisk.
I was like, that's a nice ass choice. Nice. Just chef kiss.
Chef kiss. No, thank you. No, I wanna start doing that. I think that's I have a duty to make these to make those for us, like for our podcast. So you're doing a lot of work, bro. I got to do something, besides being on here and paying you some money and all that shit.
Hey, thanks for the hard drive. This shit helps, right?
Hey, man, of course.
For real.
We're in this together, brother.
But that's what I was thinking about, though. Like, we're going to need the website. We're going to have the website, man. That's going to be the next fucking shit. Like, producerthoughts.com. Like, it's producergrind.com and shit. And, like, the fucking Broken Vegetables kit is going to be on there. And give me an email. You know what I'm saying? Links to our fucking shits is on there. You know what I'm saying? And however else we need to do it, man. But, like, we really got to just, like, that whole 10X rule shit. He's like, if you just go by the numbers, right? If you putting in one email, this is the 30 for 30 shit. It's the same thing with that, because it's like Grant Cardone was saying, man, I was a real estate motherfucker and I was like sending out emails, and some niggas only send out 10 emails, and I figure I'm just gonna 10X my shit. So I'm sending out 100 emails. These niggas sending out 10, I'm sending out 100. And then who eventually every 10 and I'm doing 100, nigga, who winning? Because every 10 you put out, I put out 100.
You're out working them.
You're Kobe.
Kobe, yeah. I was about to say that story about what's his
practice.
Name? Yeah. He's like, he's still in the gym. He's like, I stayed in there because I saw you in the gym. And I'm gonna make sure. Yeah, I'm gonna make sure that I'm out working. Hell yeah.
And then he even said that too. He said, man, he was like, think about it. I used to do practice 2 times a day. You wake up at 5, you go, you eat breakfast, blah, blah. You get in there by 7. You practice from 7 to 9. You have a break from 11 to what's it called? You go back and take another fucking thing from 1 to 4. You take another break. You come back. You deal with the family. You do the family thing, blah, blah. You go to sleep. But he said if you wake up at 3 and you practice from 4 to 6, take a break. Then you got from 8 to 10, take a break. Then you got 12 to 1, take a break. Then you got 2 to 4, and then you still do all the family stuff. But now you done got in way more practices in your day because you woke up earlier and all this. And I was just like, fuck, nigga, like.
Yeah, it's different. It's a different breed. Yeah, man. That's just crazy. But doing it tenfold, yeah, doing that, following that regimen, and doing the 10 times, yeah, that's crazy. I'm sure it'll work. I'm sure it did. I mean, the people who did it that's who's telling you how to do it, right? Is the people that done it. I'm reading this this audiobook right now. Well, before I get into that, let me finish talking about I can't remember the name of my own little project.
Uneasy
lies the
head that craves
the crown. So I was gonna call it Beats and Blueberries or some shit like that. Beats and bok choy, bro. Like I was gonna call it that.
Beats and soju.
Yeah. Soju. I was gonna no, the only reason why I didn't do it is I was talking to my brother. I was like, hey, I need a graphic. He's like, what you gonna call? I was like, I don't know, help me. I was like, what about beats and stuff? He's like, stop calling it like stuff like that. He's like, stop that. He's like, call it something else. I was like, all right. I was like, then what? Like, I was like, help me call it something. Help me find out the title. And he was just making some, I don't know, he used to live in New York and shit. So he started making fun of dudes in New York, talking about something about Crown. He did the whole head motion and like, you know what I mean? Like New York dudes out there.
BM shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's Crown. He's like, he's doing something like that. He's like, he's something with Crown in it. So he's all, let me know what you think. Text it to me and then I'll have it to you by tomorrow. I was like, all right, cool. So, thought about it. I was like, I don't know. So I typed in, I Googled, quotes with the word crown in it. I was going through it and then I got I went and I saw this one. Damn, I didn't take a picture of who said it though. So uneasy lies the head that craves the crown spoke to me because, damn, this shit is hard as fuck. If you want the crown, bro, it's uneasy. It's uneasy it's a good word for it. It is really not easy. It's so uneasy lies the head that craves the crown. We craving this crown, bro. We craving it, but we got to do all the necessary strength training in order to hold this crown up on our head. You know what I mean? And that's why I picked it, because I was like, fuck, man. We're all trying to build our own country. You know?
Be the king of their own shit, real talk.
Right.
And building up the country from the ground up. You got to know about civics, law.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Civics is a good word. That shit scared me when you said civics. I was like, oh. I was like, oh, you're right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, man. Civics, man. But real shit, yeah. Building it from the ground up, man. And that's what all this shit is, man. Is you're birthing some shit, man. This is birth. You're giving birth to the baby, and you gotta nurture the baby. And the baby needs growth, man. The baby needs food, baby needs milk, baby needs bath, baby needs maintenance, man. Baby need to go to sleep.
Yeah, baby need to go to sleep. Hell yeah, man. It's true.
But yeah, dude, uneasy because, like, yeah, you crave the crown, so your head is uneasy because you don't have the crown, right? You're noticing what you lack. But,
how do we get it?
Yeah, you get it through abundance, though. You get it through realizing this journey. Because I'm glad you put that on there. Join us on our journey, like a little alliteration, not all the way, but some. Thank you for writing that poem to your wife, because that's just, it comes out in other ways.
It does. Thank you.
Express yourself.
Message. It's all in one thing, right? Two falsetto quotes or falsetto actions. That's funny.
But think about it, man. Throughout the journey, when you think about the first time you created on Fruity Loops to now when you go to cook up, like you take for granted how long that journey's been. I take it for granted. I say most people take it for granted because you don't think about it every day. You just go like, oh, I'm finna go cook up, and oh, this is what spoke to me. This is the sample I'm fucking with, blah blah. But man, it was a day that you didn't even know how to bring a sample in. You didn't even know how to time it. You didn't even know how to chop it. You didn't even know how to make the drums. You didn't even know how to make the sound be louder. You didn't know how to make it be quieter. You didn't know how to balance the shit. You didn't know how to mix it. You didn't know how to, you know what I mean? And it's like, all that shit gets overlooked because we're not taking advantage of our advantages. Like, I look at it and I'm like, damn, nigga, like, I remember I didn't even know how to do the webcam shit and like all this other fucking Final Cut, like, nigga. So I finished the video today, right? And I was like, ooh, if I stream it, I ain't got to worry about upload time. Because that's the part that makes me fucking deal with on a Monday. I do the cook up 6 a.m, and then my last post be at 6 something at night because all the fucking processing and all that bullshit. And I'm like, dude, if I just do it live, all I got to do is just edit the video after I finish. Let me fucking edit my thumbnail. Boom. Let me come up with the name while I cook it up. Let me edit that thumbnail and change the name to what the real name is now. And then make my little fucking video. And that took me 30 minutes after I finished cooking up. So it was 2-hour cook up, and then it took me 30 minutes to make the little 60-second, it's a 60-second promo. 30 minutes for my 60-second promo of fucking chopping, making a little effects bullshit. And then put that on Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube.
Damn.
Now,
hey, congratulations on that, man. That's a lot of work you did. This man be working hard, man. Working hard. We got to congratulate this dude for working hard, man. That's a lot of work for one guy.
Hey.
You're one dude and you did all that.
Consistency, though. And I got a rhythm to it. But, like, normally after I finish cooking up, I just want to break and shit. But I was like, nah. Because if I do that shit early, then I ain't got to worry about this shit later. And I fucking streamed the hour and a half. So it's like, I did all kind of shit today, dude. I feel productive as fuck. I streamed an hour and a half today. And we doing this right now. Like,
look at that businessman. How you feel like you doing? Yeah, I know that feeling, man. Yeah, you just get a lot of stuff done. Yeah, I feel like that too, honestly. Like, we're over here recording this. I did make those commercials. Well, the 15-second stories for us. for the producer thoughts, the one for the Crown. Just call it the Crown album. Just call it the Crown album. An easy lies.
Easy that lies that craves the crowd.
Yeah, that shit.
Dude, I was so proud to see that though, man. I didn't know it was at the behest of the BeatStars account though. So I don't know. That made me feel a little way. I ain't gonna lie, but it did make me feel good to see 7 fucking tracks come out on the Spotify. The reason why it made me feel away, because it's like, come on, man. Like, you know what I mean? You know me. You know me. You know me. And
no, but like, it's not a failure to me though.
Hey, shit, we grow. But I didn't know I was dumb on it because I don't really have my BeatStars account got like 2 tracks on it. And it's like, I didn't know you had to pay per month on the shit.
I didn't know you had a BeatStars account. I would have followed you. I mean, I still can. I mean, you know what I mean? But I mean, I'm going to keep 10 tracks on there. I'm going to try to go and pop in periodically for that. But the reason why I did it, the main reason why I did it is because I have DistroKid.
Yeah.
Right? And DistroKid puts it everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Come on.
Why am I going to put it on BeatStars, pay $10 a month? I got DistroKid that puts it on everything. Every social media platform, everything. Like, and I can push these tracks to people like, look, if you want a lease, just DM me kind of thing. You know, you could hear it here on Spotify. You can hear it here. Like I took it off of iTunes because I'm not going to sell it. You know what I mean? But I want to be able to show these people that this is my sound. If you're like, oh, you want to listen to my music, go on Spotify. I'm not gonna say, hey, go to BeatStars and it says fucking pay me money for this shit. You know, all you want to do is listen to this shit, and it's just a bunch of tagged beats. You know what I mean? But you can push, like, and there's multiple ways I could use this because DistroKid is $20 a year, right? Or whatever. If it goes up, it goes up. You know what I mean? I could submit, like you're saying, I could submit these to playlists. I could use Spotify. You know what? That's an advantage that we have, is that we have DistroKid. And we can say that we have all of our shit up on all major platforms. That sounds like freaking legit as fuck. That sounds like, oh, like what? You're everywhere? Like,
I'm everywhere where you listen to your favorite people. Put my name in, bitch, and it's right there. Put that shit on. Give me a reel. Put me on TikTok. I'm right there too, motherfucker.
Exactly.
Straight up.
Exactly. So I thought about, I was like, am I being dumb this whole time? Not dumb, but like I was thinking about like just doing it that way. Because I'm not utilizing the DistroKid as much as I should be. I'm focusing on BeatStars, but then BeatStars is not sending it out. Like I have to pay for that too. So if I do it on DistroKid, it's out, and I could always tag my stories and everything with my own beats. So I'm still making plays and money from everybody that clicks on my stories. Those, you know, even if it's like my close family or my close family friends or people that I don't know, they click on my story and they listen, they see the story, and they hear the beat. They hear the beat, I get paid.
I think you can do all that and make your website and say, hey, like make that as a caveat on your website that, hey, motherfuckers, listen to your shit on your website. Boom. It's all your Spotify shit. And then if motherfuckers want to fuck with it, then boom, hit you up. There could be a contact button, boom, right there.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because the main focus is that you want to utilize BeatStars for the traffic that they get. But if you're not getting traffic by using their shit and you still got to generate it yourself, then might as well generate it on your own website if you got to go through the point of building traffic.
Exactly, bro. So I need the website, and I need to keep posting more stuff on Spotify. And who's to say I can't lease beats that are on my Spotify? You know what I'm saying? Of course you can.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, of course you can. If they get exclusives, I'll just be like, all right, cool, make a note, take that shit off. Like, easy.
And my reference point for that all the time is Steve Aoki has this track called Boneless. And then he re-released it. It's an instrumental like dance track. 128 BPM. Then he re-released it with like vocals on it, like rappers is on it and shit, and it's called like Dangerous or some shit. But it's re-released with a whole nother name and all this kind of shit, and it's like,
That's a refresher. That's talking about utilizing whatever you had already that was collecting dust. It made its money. Now you just horn it back out again, honestly. But no, yeah. So I was thinking about that. I was like, man, I need to put more stuff on. Honestly, like it pushed me because you have a lot of you've been going hard on releasing on your DistroKid. You know what I mean? And I don't know where I saw it, but they were saying, I don't know if you shared it or somebody shared it, but they're saying you can use Spotify, your tracks on Spotify to push for like TV and film even too.
Yeah, Clint.
It might have been him. Yeah, it might have been him that said that. I have been contemplating about buying his, paying for the what's called his
placements guide.
Yeah,
this guide. Go through that too. God, dog, man, I gotta go through that too.
It's good. I want to do that. Like that's cool.
But yeah, somebody else posted too, like Producer Coach or somebody else, and they said, yeah, using those beats to shop for placements. Why? Because they already created. They're out under your name, which means that within itself is your copyright, and you can submit that to these playlists and all that shit. And if you get and then I seen it on something. They said, oh, when they do placements, they would rather it be out already, because then that way they can tell motherfuckers, hey, go listen to it on Spotify, listen to it on whatever,
Right.
That's my thing. That's why my tracks sound the way they sound, because it's like eventually, like fucking Summertime Happiness, that Fuma Marijuana, like you can imagine somebody fucking getting drunk or fucked up and then waking up in the hospital, and then they look around and in the hospital niggas start trapping out because this fucking track goes up there. Come on, man. Like they got some crazy shit.
Oh yeah, man. No, yeah, it's good. This process takes a long time, but
fine tuning, man.
Yeah. We got to take care of what we got to take care of, man. This when it pops off, man, it's gonna pop.
All we got to do is just be prepared, man. That's all this shit is the preparation, because it's like this is still the beginning, and it ain't even the beginning when we get to the part where we fucking getting on about shit. That's gonna be another beginning. That's the funny part. But this part is this is the conditioning. This is our hell week. This is our fucking
hell decade.
Hell decade. Yeah, you gotta have a hell decade to really get dope at something, because you imagine that 10 years of always thinking about it, learning the vocabulary, fucking knowing other people who do shit, seeing other people do shit, learning how they do shit where it's different from your shit, fucking going back, refining your shit, learning how to do new shit that you didn't used to know how to do, trying out new shit that you normally don't do. And then you get to a point where you can blend your old shit that you normally do with some new shit you've been working on and make it sound dope as fuck. That's like your drill track. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I haven't made a drill beat in a while. Actually, I had drill beats I was going to put on the album, but I was like, let me pick these tracks that sound similar to each other that would fit. So that's a part of the mastering techniques. You know what I mean? You don't want to have, even though they're dope. Yeah, even though they don't, even though they're dope, you don't want them to put them in places where they don't need to be. So I might come. Yeah, I'm gonna come up with another little project album drop soon, probably. Just drop that and put it on Spotify, so they can get all these different feels. Like, oh shit, what is this one? Yeah. Oh, this album artwork looks cool. What's on this one? Come to find out, it's a bunch of hip hop shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, dang, oh shoot. Like a lot of the songs on there right now are hip hop shit, you know. So I was like, I was listening to. I was like, man, this sounds good. I was like, this sounds pretty good. Sometimes you don't like your shit. You know what I mean? Like you don't like it sometimes. But I sat there and listened to it, and I was like, man. I was like, I really did get better. I sat there and I had a moment. I had a moment of myself. You know, I was like, this sounds better. Like it sounds better than, and I remember some of my 40 Days of Beats, even a little bit prior to that. That's on my Nappoo music page. Like even before that, that's on my Logic 9 shit that I was working on. And then even before that, when I was on the freaking on the Fruity Loop shit. No, GarageBand, and then before that, Fruity Loop shit. And then the Fruity Loop shit, you're right, man. When you said, when you figured out how to sample and shit, I was like, I for sure didn't know how to sample at all. I remember cutting, I think I started to sample in Fruity Loops a little bit, but it wasn't, that was like at the end of Fruity Loops when I started doing that. I remember cutting samples up in Audacity. Audacity is the free programs that you use. Yeah. But that was the one that I was saying, like me and Machete were using for recording vocals, and we had to notch it back because the recording's different. See, the thing about that too, man, is people don't know the struggles of recording and having to put it back on time because the latency and shit. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't built into the software. Like all these people are magicians now, bro, that they put all this stuff into the software so you don't have to worry about that shit.
XLR, low latency with an XLR versus that other shit. Yeah, you had that fucking desktop USB mic.
Yeah, hell yeah, man. Yeah, I had to cut and like put it back. I was like, how come it's not on? How come it's not in time? Well, see, that's an advantage too. I knew when shit was off time.
Figured it out.
And I didn't know. And I didn't, yeah.
You didn't have the knowledge of it, but you felt it off, that it was off. Because you got a good ear.
My brother used to say, the things, you know what you're doing, but you don't know what it's called. And I was like, dang, crazy. And then until you go to school or until you learn those things, like, you know what I mean? Or school, like, studying.
School of thought, yeah.
Studying. Yes, it don't have to be a school.
YouTube University suffice if you a hustler. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Remember we was at side train compression. I learned my side chain compression through YouTube. I learned my parallel compression through YouTube. I learned my fucking mixing through YouTube. I learned a lot of shit through Lynda too. But I just been doing all this online self-study ass shit. Just like how I do this piano shit. Fuck it. I got the will to want to learn it. So I just keep doing it, and then eventually this shit sounds good.
See, that's the way, man. I didn't have the patience for this shit. I paid the money for somebody to tell me what I needed to know.
In what?
You know what I mean?
Was that music? You talking about the music?
With music, yeah, music and all that stuff. But it was worth it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it might seem like a waste of money because I'm not making money off of it, but it's something that it's one of my passions that I enjoy, and it's good knowledge to have. Like, at least I know what to look for. You know what I mean? Because sometimes I bet you it was hard for you, right? Like, you didn't know what to look for at first, and you just kind of stumbled upon things and you just dove in and
aimless. You don't know where to go. You just learn little shit here and there, but it's no structure to it. Like, what you get with the structure is why you do shit the way you do. That's the thing. Like, when I think back to shit, I'm like, dude, like getting those little fucking BBC degree shit, like, it was worth it because the thing that you said earlier, talk about callback, but I felt it when you said it because this is what college did for me. This is why I really do suggest everybody should go to college right after high school, right? Because your mind's still in fucking school mode, but then you can use that time to, while your brain's still developing properly, to learn how to learn. When you said that earlier, you was like, I know how to learn though. When he's telling your son.
Yeah.
That's deep because it's like, that's an advantage. It's an advantage to learn, to know how to learn, because then you know how to put yourself in position where you're going to be able to absorb the knowledge. That way it's going to be useful to you. You will remember it and you can recall it and use it applicable. It's like, but if people don't even know how they don't learn because they never sat with themselves or they never had the structure and training, because you got to differentiate yourself between you and your classmates. You know, there's a difference between you was going in every Friday, every time you can get time and all that shit. Like, all that shit add up and it matters. You know what I mean?
To the studio, yeah. Because I wanted to feel legit, man. I wanted to feel that. I wanted, like, I'm serious. I was serious about it, man. I wanted to be in the studio recording. I wanted to engineer. I liked it. I love that feeling of being in the studio. Like, not just for the freaking, what's it called? Like, just for the look of it or anything like that. Like I really felt comfortable in there. Like, I really felt like I was doing something in there. You know what I mean? Like, even though you can do your same shit on the computer and stuff, but being in that atmosphere and the sound is different because everything's all like soundproofed and everything like that. You know what I mean? And you go in there. I like running the cables. I like going through the motions. It's peaceful. It's peaceful going through the motions of setting up the mic, to setting up everything. Like to figuring, oh shoot, what's wrong? Something's wrong with the XLR. Oh shoot.
Troubleshooting.
Yeah, troubleshooting. It's stressful, but I could do that. You know what I mean? Like I would be able to do that shit. But yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that is a cool advantage to have, is knowing how to learn.
Knowing how to learn.
It should be simple, right? Everybody should have that skill, but I don't think that's true, right?
They don't emphasize how to learn when they teaching you. They just teach you, but they don't say, "Hey, Ed, you know what? I noticed that you're very kinesthetic." You'd be looking at what? Kinesthetic? Like, yeah. Every time when we do an exercise, you don't really get it. I can tell when I'm looking at you, when I'm explaining it to the class. Like this person over here, they can just hear what I'm saying. And then boom, this person over here, they can just see what I'm doing. But every time with you, Edward, I got to actually make you do an exercise in the class. And when you're acting it out, then I can see your lights go off, because now it's making sense. Because you have to do it with your body. You have to express yourself and absorb the information that way. Everybody learns different. They did some shit like that, nigga.
These teachers,
for shame.
No, for shame.
For shame.
Tim, you got to be a teacher, bro. You're already a teacher, but you got to teach, man. At one point in your book of life, everything that's written in your book, one chapter has to be a teacher.
Why?
Like a legitimate, because man, you'd be doing that would be a waste for you not to be a teacher.
I don't think so.
I won't say a waste. That's a little mean, right?
You're right. Like, damn.
No, not a waste.
Like, man, you wasting your talent if you don't teach people and shit. Like, damn, go game. I think I'm teaching as I do.
You are teaching. You're teaching me all the time, bro. Like, you teaching me all the time. No, seriously. Like, I just think that if you're in a setting where you were a teacher, like about music or whatever you would want to do, right? Even inspirational, all that stuff. I think you would flourish in that environment, and you would help out a lot of people. And I know you like to see people happy, bro. And I know you like to see people doing the best that they can do. But you've always heard that since even like your whole life, right? Like you bring out the best out of people. Like, that's what you want to see. So you try to do that. You try to be like, hey, just like some people be like, people be trying to get other people drunk. Like, hey, go do that. Hey, go freaking go talk to that girl, right? Go drink this. Hey, drink these two together.
These, like, at the same time. They holler at me in 5 minutes.
Yeah, to see how you feel.
Yeah.
But it's nothing like ever negative about this shit. But I think, bro, like if you were to teach, like even if it was just like a day a week or something at like a college or some shit like that, you know what I mean? And teach people how to learn. And because just right now, how you're saying, like how you just did that little brief example of the shit, right? That you just did. It was like, yeah, why don't they do that shit? Why are you're doing it? Like you're doing it. I was like, imagine, because all right, so for me,
oh shit,
during this whole time, right? This whole time I was here, this whole time I'm here in Texas, I went through it, man. 3 years, I had no direction. Like, I didn't know who I was no more. Basically, all I ever wanted to do, like I was telling Sinead this. I was like, I prayed, right? I prayed for direction because all I wanted in life is purpose, bro. That's all I want. I see everybody else has it, and I don't have it. You know what I mean? And
well, that's what you was thinking before.
That's how I was thinking before, yeah. So I was like, I need purpose. I prayed on it. And it took 3 years to develop it. Took 3 years for God to bless me with that.
Come on.
You know what I mean? And I was like, man, and I did it today. I was like, man, I got teary-eyed and shit. I was like, it took 3 years. 3 years to get my answers prayed. Like, my prayers answered. I got a little reverse, but it took 3 years to get my prayers answered. And then now I think about it, I was like, man, like God put me through all the necessary things that I needed to get put through in order to be able to appreciate what the purpose is, what it was, or what it is, how to do it, and being in the right mindset to be able to execute that kind of thing. So like, took 3 years to build a foundation for that shit. And one of them was, the number one thing I want to do is help people, right? And that could be anything, healthcare, through music, making them laugh, that kind of thing. Anything to help you. I just want to help you. I want to be in the community. You know what I mean? I want to be able to make enough money so that I can help people. I don't want to make money to be rich. I want to make money so I can make people make a difference in people's lives. That's including my family. You know what I mean? So, but it's just like helping people, man. I think about you, bro. Like, this teaching thing is crazy. Like, it's crazy because you are a teacher, a natural teacher, and you do teach people. I mean, it doesn't have to be in a classroom setting. I just think it would be cool if it was a classroom setting, and you would be able to look at people and be like, "Yo, I see." What's that word you said with a K? What's that word?
Oh, kinesthetic.
Kinesthetic. You said you used Edward. You said Edward.
Yeah.
you said Edward. So your learning is kinesthetic. You teaching people like two or three things at one time. Like, I don't know anybody that does this. Teachers, regular teachers don't even do that shit.
You teaching people 2 or 3 things at one time.
Yeah,
but
so like,
I think that the people will hate me as a teacher because they'll be like,
no,
that guy is fucking an airhead. Like, he's always trying to talk to so philosophy deep ass shit, and he never gets straight to the point. He tells you this 30-minute ass story, but the 30-minute story is going to teach you all kind of shit like an anime.
See where you get your inspiration from, bro. See, that's what I'm saying. You can relate. So, like I said, it took me 3 years, right? It took me 3 years to get to know, right?
How
These
long
kids
did Goku go through to get Super Saiyan? Real shit.
Yeah, he had to have people die, bro. This homie had to die for him to turn Super Saiyan.
Man,
that shit took 7 episodes, whatever. You know what I mean? But I'm saying, look, it took me 3 years to find out a purpose, like what I want. You know, imagine a kid listening to you. Like, imagine like someone like that would be your student, and you tell them that 30-minute story. Hit some, some may hit by hearing it, some may hit by watching you do your actions, but the other ones will have to try to do it themselves to understand. But then they're gonna recall it. You're like, I want to be a teacher at one point. You know what I mean? Because I think I don't really talk to teachers as much, but I think that when you're a teacher, you should be the one gifting people advantages.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let me put you up on game real quick.
Yeah.
Watch this. You know you can do this?
Yeah, you got to give them the advantages. Like, imagine, like, so you're saying like you didn't have your pops around, right? You had a teacher that gave you advantages that, so like, I don't know if it would, like, like a dad would give that, maybe like a coach or something like that, or you know, they would give you something like that. They gave you some advantages, I'm sure. Just like, well, some, like, they always say that there's always one teacher that impacts your life more than others.
Dude, yeah, Odell Moon, VVC. Dang. Odell Moon, VVC, because I had him for business law and then the other business law, which was 3-hour fucking classes. You go to class for an hour and a half, you take a little 15-minute break or whatever, then you got another fucking hour and 15. But that 3-hour class every 2 days a week for 16 weeks and then another 16 weeks. He fucked my head up when we had to do briefs, and briefs were scenarios, made up scenarios, and then he'll say, all right, y'all, figure out all the broken laws in this fucking shit. And then the first time we did our homework, like, it'll be like, okay, Jane was driving home and fucking Philip fucking crashed to him on the freeway. Who was wrong and what laws were broke? That's all it'll say. So then you go like, well, it's fucking Philip's fault because he crashed into Jane. So it's Philip's fault for the accident, and he gonna have to pay damages and blah blah, right? So then you go to class the next day, and he's like, all right, y'all. So how many laws are broke? So you go and you ask people, all right, what about you? He's like, well, whose fault? Who's at fault? It's Philip's fault. Oh, why is it Philip's fault? Well, Philip crashed into Jane, and Philip fucking crashed into Jane, and since Philip crashed into Jane, it's Philip's fault, and he gonna have to pay damages for the shit, blah blah. And he's like, all right, what else? And then everybody else is like, what you mean, what else? Like, what else? What other laws were broke? It's like, ain't no other laws broke. When you look at the brief, that's all that's on the page. I ain't saying what happened on the page. And that shit was like, dun, dun, dun.
Damn, you wanted to use your creative thoughts of what might have happened. Like somebody could have ran the stoplight or all that shit. Yeah, I get it.
He said, you know what's wrong with this school system? As you get older, they take away your imagination. This is why this hit me. This is like a speech moment fucking movie. He says, you get older, they take away your imagination because you have to get definite answers on the way up. This is right. This is wrong. This is right. This is wrong. He said, but in law, this is where you're supposed to assume. As you grow up, you learn not to assume, and you can't assume no more. In this shit, you're supposed to assume. Why? Because you need to assume, just like what you said. Oh, nigga could have been looking at he had the shit blinded in his eyes. Somebody was flipping a sign, and the person that flipped the sign's fault because they was over there singing James Brown in the middle of the street, stepped in the front of Jane and Philip, and then we start doing that shit with us. Everybody's like, look alike. At least I was looking like this. I was like, nigga, what? That ain't even on the page. That ain't even. You're just making up this whole shit.
He's making some shit up.
And he's like, exactly. He's like, you got to use your imagination. They kill your imagination. He's like, as a lawyer, you want to be able to come up with whatever scenario of all the laws that could have been broke. Because if you got a counteraction and an argument for all of that, then you won. But if you don't do it to that extent, whoever you're going against will always beat you. And I was like, fuck.
You got to try to prove this shit. And in favor of who you're defending or in favor of.
And they doing the same shit. They over there creating their own draw books, and whoever comes with the most shit win, because it's like, just like how he was talking about, oh gosh, damn, dude, how do you even think like that?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, how do you even think like that? That's crazy. That's dope though. See? It's opened up your creativity again.
Then the second part, this is where it kind of fucked me up, because then it just like made me like debatable for everything, was, and it's funny because now we talk about this and this is now times, but back when I got that degree, it was like 06, 07, 05, right? And now we're into 2021, and the shit that we're talking about from 05, 06, 07 is nowadays. This is crazy. So we're in class one day, and he's like arguing with this 80-something-year-old lady, right? And the argument was they were passing a law to where they was going to make unisex bathrooms, right? Like no girl, no boy, like girls could go in the men's bathroom, all that kind of shit, because it was passing some shit for transgenders. And then this is 2005, 2006 when they talking about this. And they gonna take away like girl and boy bathroom. And so the lady in the back, 80-something-year-old lady, you know she's old school as fuck. She was white, old school lady. And she's arguing with him. The teacher's white, right? He's white too. And she's arguing with him because she's like, so they're gonna do this law, and what do you guys feel? And she's like, it's wrong. Why is it wrong? And it's wrong because you're telling me if a grown man who has changed himself to the sex to be a girl can go in with my granddaughter. Damn! Started tripping, right?
And you know she mad when she repeat the same thing twice. My granddaughter.
She took the hypothetical situation and made it personal to her, because as he's saying the thing, he's like, yeah, so they're gonna pass this law. Everybody failed. Nobody really said nothing. He was like, well, that just means like, people that change in a man, blah blah. Your nephew or your son, your grandson could be in there, and a woman who has now changed himself into a man can go in the bathroom and be in there with your. How would you feel? He like put all those things to make it like, and so she's like, it's not right. And he said, but show me in law. Show me in law why it's not right. Show me your argument can't be based in emotion. It has to be based in logic. In law, we deal in logic. And that fucked me up. I was like, what do you mean? If we don't deal in logic, it don't make sense now. Because then from that point, he's going. She's yelling at him. He's yelling back at her. He got the salt and pepper fucking curly hair. And she's at the back of the class yelling. She stood up out her seat. God, that's not right. He's like, I don't care if it's not right. His hair fucking shaking and shit. I don't care. I don't care if it's not right. Fucking shit. And he said, I got you. I got you. And she's looking like, what? Yeah, I got you. Let's look at you. Look at you. You're all beside yourself. He said, this is what they want to do in the court of law. You don't argue based off emotion. You argue based off logic. Once you get off emotion, your argument falls apart. It's nothing. He said, think about the times that you've made decisions in life where you were high on emotion. Either you was too happy or you were too mad. What happened? And people, what happened? People raise their hand. I was like, man, I threw a fucking cordless phone at the blinds and broke the blinds. I was too mad. And then somebody else was like, yeah, I did this when I was too mad. I did this one. I broke my cell phone when I was too mad. Blah, blah. He said, think about it. If you are too emotional, you can't think logically. Logic goes out the window. But if we argue in law and logic, that means I won. The whole purpose is to get you to flip your lid so I can win the argument. Because now you can't think straight. When you can't think straight, you can't make a logical argument because logic doesn't exist to you anymore. You're an emotion. And so when he did that, I was like, fuck, nigga, I can't get emotional. I always got to be in logic. And it just made me like, when I started debating people and I noticed them start, I'm like, you're getting emotional. I'm talking to you about logic. Then it just pushed their buttons more because they don't know what I know. They didn't learn what I learned. They're like, fuck you. They act like the old lady now.
Like you're attacking them personally.
Yeah. And I'm like, no, because my knowledge, I've learned about this other shit with briefs where we can use our imagination. And how you know it wasn't this? How you know it wasn't that? And I wouldn't even have to believe the shit. I'm just doing the argument like we learned in class because those arguments created more dialogue and it expanded your horizons. How people thought about shit. But it's the ugly way of seeing it though, because they don't know that you're doing the shit that you learned from class, man. So that was the shit I had to learn in jail.
You are a despicable person, hey Tim, bro. You're despicable, bro. You over here practicing your shit on people. You practicing shit on people, man. That's funny though. That's really funny.
But that's
I want to do it. I want to do it too.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do want to do it.
Because when you start seeing them get all emotional, then you like
because it's funny. It's funny because they're reacting. You're I was like, I don't even really care about the shit. I'm just saying the shit to see what you would do. That's not. I mean, that's not mean to do it, but.
Dude, it was an eye opener because it made me just think back all the times where I was overly emotional. Did I make good decisions or not? And that was a good point. It was like, dang,
80% is a no.
Come on, think about that, dude. Like you talked about. Remember earlier, you said, "Oh, take this drink and mix both of these drinks and come back to me in 5 minutes." Imagine the decisions they about to make. You know what I'm saying? Because the emotions ain't got no inhibitor. They just fucking running free when you're drunk. So. Yeah, man. Nah, that's why I said it unleashed a monster because it just turned my debate game up. And then, yeah, man, I started debating with motherfuckers for no reason, just to fucking learn more shit. And that's why I said earlier, it's like, man, I'm glad I got a good heart because I've been studying all this damn psychology shit for most of my life. And then they gave me that shit in business law. And then it's like, fuck. But I don't use these powers against girls because I feel I can be despicable me. I can be despicable me. And I can do it all in a way like, you know what I mean? And it's like, You just made that look like, man, you should do it. He was like, this girl's though, it's different. It's like,
nah. You know why I think like you should do it?
Look, take advantage of your advantages. Hell no.
No.
What? No. Please. Recall.
Those recalls are great. Yeah, take advantage of it. No, I mean, you should. What's it called? Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, take advantage of your advantages. But if you do it, you're gonna weed out a lot of people.
What you mean?
You're gonna weed them out, bro. You're gonna weed them out. You're gonna weed out all the girls that are not worthy, I should say. The girls that are not worthy. You're gonna find a girl that's gonna do that same shit to you, and you're gonna get caught up. You're like, I told you I like ketchup on my hot dogs. Like, I don't care what anybody says. And she's gonna be like, but what if there wasn't any ketchup? You had to use mustard. Would you use the mustard? You're like, there is always gonna be ketchup, like some shit like that, right? You're gonna get caught up. And then she's gonna smile at you. Bam. Fuck it right on the table.
Oh, damn. That escalated quickly. To 100 real quick. He's like, damn. I gotta smash you right now.
He's like, oh.
I met my match.
I'm gonna be right there telling him, like, I was gonna eat that piece of chicken, bro. I'm just gonna go this way now. I'm gonna leave y'all alone. Hey, come on, guys. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, good looking out for hooking it up. Shoot. He was like, man, he's like, I got you, bro.
That's the excellent wingman right there.
For real.
Connect is connected, man.
All heavy rounds.
What's that one? An outlet? Oh, shit. Shanae's calling me. What time are we at?
126.
Oh, shit. I text her back. She's about to go to sleep, man. I think it's 10 o'clock over there.
Yeah, man. We could do it right here, man, so you can call her and stuff. It's better.
You sure?
It's better to get a phone call instead of a text. That's your wife. And yeah, man. No. We normally do an hour and a half minimum. You know, she gone. You got to do that QT, man. Come on now. It's your wife.
Yeah, man.
That's that affection. Oh, and I'm going to remind you on stream. Miles Monroe, affection. Well, women need affection. Men need respect. I'm saying it again because I know it's going to benefit. It's not a detriment. And thank you for all these kind words, man. I'm going to chop this shit up because it ain't me saying it, it's you saying it. And if you really think I'm a fucking teacher, I think you're a fucking teacher too, man. Because just like Creo pointed out, like, hey, say what you're doing while you're doing shit. And then when I was watching your cook or your fucking chop sections, you started doing that shit. And I'm all learning and shit while you doing shit. So, you know, incorporate that back. You know what I'm talking about?
Thank you. Oh, damn! It just reminded me. I recorded a chop session last week, and I didn't upload it. So I did do it. Like I didn't upload it. I was all quiet and shit. Because my mom and my daughter was in another room. There was I was like, yeah. So I'll just put this beat right here and just keep it a little quiet this time. It was a sorry ass beat. I'll tell you that much. It sucked. But I was like, man, I really don't like this beat. I was aiming for something else. And you'll see it. Well, I'll post it. It's just funny. But yeah, man. All right, I guess we can call it right now. Yeah, you can have some Apex later. Oh, there's this secret that I want to try. Jarrell hit me up with this Octane secret where you can put the jump pad right there on one part on the edge of the map. Well, not the edge, but there's like a little gap where you can fall off. You know how we used to jump off and die some of the places. So you put the jump pad there, you jump, you go underneath one of the walls and you hit that extra jump and you can go into the next place underneath. Because you know how there's like that one area that you can go underneath?
If we're flying off a jump tower?
No, it's on Olympus. Yeah. So you could there's this part, you know how like there's like a staircase that goes underneath and there's like bins and shit underneath it. Yeah, there's a part where you can jump down and jump back up into that. So it's a good quick escape. But you have to put the jump pad specifically on an area. I told Drew I was going to do it. He's like, hey, record that shit when you do it because I want to see it. I want to do it. He's like, I want to do it, but I'm scared to die. I was like, who cares, man? Just start over again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's fucking Apex.
Yeah. Damn, man.
Do it. Yeah, man. I done all my shit today, man. I ain't got nothing to. I'm gonna bless up or something, man. I feel productive as fuck. Oh. This Monday.
Yeah, man. Hey, congratulations on that, bro.
Yeah, hey, congratulations on the album, man. You know what I'm saying? That shit look nice, man. The motherfucking artwork look clean. And then that's what's dope too, because like I like to say, it's a conveyor belt. The shit wasn't for naught. Like, I don't know the BeatStars game enough. I feel if I was doing it too, then we both could have been like attacking it at different angles and then got more information based off of it. Like how Alphonse and fucking that way. Alphonse and fucking Elric were fucking
Edward.
Edward, yeah.
Edward Elric. Yeah. Edward
Elric.
Elric.
And Alphonse Elric, the Elric brothers. If they fucking
Yeah.
at the end of the shit, they said, all right, now we didn't learn the East and the West. Now we're gonna go to the North and the South. And like that's how we could have did the BeatStar shit. It's like, oh, we learned the East and the West fucking traits, and then we're gonna combine that, and then learn the North and the South, and then combine that. But I think the ultimate thing is website. We get our websites, NappooBeats.com, NappooBeats.com.
Yes.
MyNameBoris.com.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
If we get those on
yes,
point,
sir.
That's the tickets to everything. Because like this pandemic has proven, everything can switch up in a heartbeat. And we even, because think about it, if Instagram went away today, right? It's like, oh damn, that 500 followers I've worked so hard for is now gone. I got to go back and focus on my 800 on Twitter and the rest, right? And it's like,
right.
But if it was all on my website, then you still exist.
Exactly.
Right?
Because we own that. Exactly. Well, I appreciate you, brother.
Always.
I'll be able to get working today. Thank you. That album was a surprise drop from me. I mean, it was a surprise to me too. I didn't know I was going to do it, but I did know I was going to do it. But thank you again on that. We're just going to keep working, man. I mean, we'll always be making beats every week. I'm gonna get another chop section up this week. Make more beats, of course. Maybe try to get these placements. You know what I mean? So try to do that.
Some playlist. You know what I'm saying?
Playlist placements. Yeah. Push these for the listens. Get paid. You know what I'm saying? Get paid. Paid.
We can do, man. Even by pennies, man. Them shits add up, man. It's just like stocks.
Hell yeah. And we could reinvest that money that we make from there into stocks, and then. Bam. Jack of the Bean stocks. You know what I'm
saying? I didn't know what else to say.
Yeah, I know. Hey, that's fine. But no, man, I appreciate you, man. I really do. I really do appreciate everything, man. This is a dope conversation. It's cool that we had this shit.
Yeah, man. And how you said that shit in your stories, man. You know, I'll be looking at your shit, man. But it's like, you know, Will Smith said it. Somebody else said it too. I seen like 3 people say it recently. But yeah, the fucking
strangest thing.
Yeah, the closest motherfuckers to you, then versus the strangers that support you. It's your brother supports you in his own way. Like that's his way of doing it. But he does it. You can say, "Oh, do this, and I have it by tomorrow." That's support, my nigga. Like he's using his talent.
Oh yeah, he's one of them I can count on my hand. He's one of them I count on my hand. Yeah, for sure.
But it's like elsewhere. I really think like a lot of society is just driven by ego, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's
I got that problem.
See, and then to admit it is the first step to the recovery. But it's like when you look at it, right? Like I reposted your shit. I reposted the homie Macaroni shit. He didn't even ask me on that one. I just reposted that. I fucking reposted Konami and Legal Dope. They didn't ask me, but I reposted that. And it's like, damn, we still got to get Macaroni back on there. Because I like when he was the one who told me that. Like, hey, this shit is basically like, nigga, if I had my own liquor store and on the side where they got the Nipsey Hussle posters and everything, like, nigga, it would be a Nappoo poster on the side of my liquor store. Put an AK, like, you know what I mean? Like, this commercial space to publicize homies that's going after they shit. I support everybody that's going after their shit. Noah James, Curtis King, fucking Eloquent. All these motherfuckers out here, Stolen Drums. Why? Because I know how hard this shit is. And when we see them at where they at, it's like, damn, nigga. I'm at where I'm at and I know it's hard. And that means you kept going past these days. Because these days, you don't feel like doing it. You don't want to do it. You want to quit sometimes. The shit gets rough. The shit is like, you putting in all this work and you don't see none of it back. And it makes you feel like you're stupid because every other thing else in life, you put something in, you get back. You bust a nut in the girl, you get a kid back. You go to work, you get some money back.
Get money.
You put some gas in the car, you get to drive. Like, you know what I mean? But
some distance, yeah.
This shit is like, all right, you put this shit in, and this shit is really like stocked. Like, all right, one day,
maybe, it might go up. Yeah.
One day. And we
working
toward
live to find it.
Yeah.
We live to find that shit, yeah.
So, yeah, man. We just turning up, though, man. I appreciate you, brother. Real shit. And we're going to teach what we know along the way, because even though we're not experts, we still know more than whoever that nigga that was starting out. We know more than that nigga. Way more than that nigga.
Exactly.
Way more. So these are the people we can teach. That's why I keep putting in my shit lately. It's like, hey, send this shit to somebody that don't know Logic. Because when I sat there for fucking 7 hours making that first whack ass beat, I don't know what the fuck. But if I could watch this dude cooking up, be like, oh shit, this is how you do that? Oh shit, this is how you do that? Oh, he got multiple episodes of this shit? Oh, let me skip to the end and see how the beat sound. Oh shit, let me see how he made this one. I like this one. Like, you know what I mean?
Hell yeah, man. Yo, man, episode 32. Take advantage of your advantages. Be true to yourself. Spend some time with yourself. Get to know who you are, so you can make better decisions for yourself, and don't act in emotion. Think logically sometimes. But sometimes you gotta wild the fuck out, yo. I'm NappooBeats.
I'm Boris the Beats. We do this shit every week.
We do this shit every week. Oh my God. Appreciate y'all. Big nipples.